Shalom, shalom, shalom. I would love to start by giving all honor, glory, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. And I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of the great millstone that taught us the truth. And I want to give peace and blessings and salutations to the sincere Akim, laboring in this truth, preaching and teaching and believing on the name Yahweh Shai, Shai. And I just wanted to do a quick lesson through the Spirit, and Lord willing to be edifying. And I'm gonna get to it, but I was sitting down reading Judith, and I'm actually going to go to that. I'll go to the chapter and verse. But the scriptures say, "Stumble not at the beauty of a woman," and I speak to myself first and foremost. We men. You know what I'm saying? That's the glory of a man as a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's why the men are the glory of Yahweh Shai, because we're the Lord's woman. But these women, man, they're wicked. You know what I'm saying? And they're puffed up with pride. They don't have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? And we just got to be aware. You know what I'm saying? My mama used to tell me growing up, she say, everything that glitter ain't gold. And she say, everything that look like sugar, everything that look like sugar ain't sweet, or everything that look good ain't good for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's these women. Because they look good don't mean they good for us. And we gotta understand, because these women ain't nothing like the righteous women. These women in this day, in today's age, are nothing like the women of renown of old. They're not Judith. And they're damn sure ain't the daughters of Sarah. You know what I'm saying? And for the women that may listen, if it apply, you know what I'm saying? Shoe fit, wear it. If it don't apply, let it fly. But you got more wicked women than anything, and you got to make sure you have to prove these women. You can't just, cause she look good or the box good. You can't just be running around all willy-nilly, running out of your wits for women. And Lord, will not do a lesson on that later, but it's going to be another topic in itself. But the thing is we ain't supposed to stumble at the beauty of a woman. You ain't supposed to marvel at the beauty of a woman. And because that could be your destruction. You know, when you read in the book of Judges, that was of course it was the Lord's will, you know what I'm saying, with Samson, but that was his fall, was a woman. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to keep your mouth from one that layeth in thy bosom. You know what I'm saying? So you can't tell these women everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't be disclosing all your business with these females. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay away from these women. You feel what I'm saying? And for real, a lot of these women, you gotta deal with them accordingly. You damn sure can't be telling them what you went to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna just get into the lesson. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, it's edifying. Get into the scriptures. It says, I'm gonna start at it's Sirach 25 and 21. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. You ain't stumble at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure, because you don't understand that could be to your ruin. You know what I'm saying? That could be to your destruction. Like I said, just talked about Samson. And that was to his ruin. That was to his destruction. You know what I'm saying? The beauty of a woman, desiring her for pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Wanting for itself. And see, and that's why the scriptures is a comforter, because you have those stories, you have those accounts. Why? To teach us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's why I say speak to myself first and foremost. To all us brothers. We see these women, yeah, they look good, but they don't mean us no damn good. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the days we coming into, you could be the very woman that turn on you, turn you in, give you over into the hands of the authority, give you over into the hands of Esau, the same people that's getting ready to roll on us. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to be mindful, and we got to be thinking with the big head and not the little one. I want to jump up. It says, when you jump up, it says what? It says, verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. It says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. I want to read that in the GNT. So I'm going to go to Sirach 25 and 22. No, not 22, Salakia. You go to Sirach 25, 19, right? Sirach 25 and 19 in the GNT. It says, compared with the troubles caused by a woman, any other trouble looks small. So everything, all the troubles, like literally, financial problems, trouble in the flesh, infirmities, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Like anything that you could possibly deal with in this truth. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is you think about it, whatever you going through personally. I mean, for any brother that listen, you know what I'm saying? It's like for anything that you could possibly be dealing with or going through, right? You gotta understand that the troubles from a woman are far worse. It says what? I'm gonna read it again. It says, compared with the troubles caused by a woman, it says any other trouble looks small. So anything else we go through is small compared to what you might be dealing with a woman. It says, compared with troubles caused by a woman, any other trouble looks small. May such women suffer the fate of sinners. And that's what's gonna happen to a lot of these women. Because it says what? What it says, the wages of sin is death. It says, for such women shall the fate of sinners, you shall suffer the fate of sinners, and that's death. A lot of these bitches are getting ready to die. And they don't understand that death is right around the corner. It's right on their heels. Puffed up with pride, not in order, don't want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Real talk, the Lord get ready to put them down. And us brothers, we can't be caught up in them because they look good or the box good, like Elder D-Mans did a video. You can't be pussy drunk. So you can't be sitting there pussy drunk behind a bitch. And you damn sure can't be head over heels behind a motherfucker that you ain't dealing with just because she look good. It'll fuck around and be your fault, and it'll fuck around and be to your destruction. And like I said, I speak to myself first and foremost. Because like I said, that is our glory. But we got to find balance in it. You can't just be out here willy-nilly just doing it because you can get a woman or you're a brother with a little bit of charm and know how to talk to a woman and that mess around and be to your destruction. Hell no, because they don't mean you no good. These bitches ain't shit. They not Judith and they damn sure ain't the daughters of Sarah or none of the righteous women that you read about in the scriptures. It says, I want to go from here and I'm going to go to this. I want to grab this, right? Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. It says, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands is bands. Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her. So you got to be being careful and examining these women. It says, whoso pleases the Most High shall escape her. So we got to be making sure we're in the good graces with the Most High. He said, when a man's ways please the Lord, he maketh his enemies to be at peace with him. And these women, they are enemies. More than they are our allies or somebody that's with us. They ain't with us, they against us. It says, and I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands is bands. Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. And so you mess around and be given over to a ruin because you going off, because you ain't living the way the Lord wants you to live. You ain't fully vested in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua like you supposed to be. And like I said, I speak to self first and foremost, but it's to all us brothers. We getting ready to get out of here. We getting ready to receive everything we want, even the women. We just gotta wait on it. Yeah, it's cool to talk to a female, woo, have a conversation, have a good time, have a drink, but you got to be mindful because these bitches is evil and they wicked. It says, behold, this. No matter of fact, I'm gonna read this verse 26 in the NLT. In the NLT, it's Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. I said, I discovered that a seductive woman, and that's what a lot of these women are. They seduce them. They fine as hell, so they seduce you. They look so. They wanton eyes. They seduce you. I'm like, damn, shit, shorty look good. Damn, I'm trying to see what's going on with her. You feel what I'm saying? The whole time she plotting on you. Planning your ruin and your destruction from the moment she talked to you. Hell, you look at a lot of these ball players. They lay down with these women. They think these women love them. They think they think they in love with them. Whole time, it was just to fuck the shit out you. Let's just keep it real. Do all that, have sex with you, right? Get you to give over your strength to her, right? You do all that. Then now she pregnant with your baby and you thinking, well, I wanted to start a family with this girl. But the whole time it was to have a baby with you, leave you and put you on child support. Now you stressed out and want to do something to the woman because she done tricked you out of all your money. She done finessed the system that's on her side and played the system against you that's been against you from the very beginning to forward the affliction on you and to bring you even more to a bit of destruction. That's the game these women play. So we got to be mindful of the shit that they do, paying attention to how they move and how they work. The scriptures tell us about these type of women, and we got to be aware of them, and we can't be stumbling at the beauty of them because we know their intentions with you. Their intentions with you 9 times out of 10, they're not good. Matter of fact, 10 times out of 10. Because watch this. This is verse 20. I'm gonna read verse 26. It says in the NLT, I discovered that a seductive woman is a trap more bitter than death. That's a trap that's more bitter than death. Because you'd rather be dead than trapped to that motherfucker. And that's what they do. They trap you. It says, I discovered that a seductive woman is a trap more bitter than death. Her passion is a snare, and her soft hands are chains. Those who are pleasing to the Most High will escape her. It says, but sinners will be caught in her snare. So the brother Mercy said something a while back. He said, the best thing that a woman can do for you in this truth is leave you. Because guess what? If that woman left you, if the Most High removes her from your life, then 9 times out of 10, she wasn't for you. 9 times out of 10, she wasn't supposed to be there. 9 times out of 10, she was going to be to your destruction in your room. And the Most High looked out for you because your ways were pleasing unto him, because you truly feared Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And so he protected you from it. So if the Lord protecting you from it, don't try to hold on to it. If the Lord removing it, don't try to keep holding on to it, because you're going to end up being destroyed. And that's what's going to happen to a lot of people, trying to hold on to the ways of this world when the Most High is coming with a better way, and they're going to be destroyed. And a lot of people that's getting ready to be destroyed are women. It says, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account. Right? This is King Solomon. This is verse 28. It says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. It says, one man among 1,000 have I found, right? It says, but a woman among all those have I not found. You read verse 27 and verse 28 in NLT. It says, this is my conclusion, says the teacher. I discovered this after looking at the matter from every possible angle. So for every possible angle, every which way he could look at it, he's examined it. He's looked into it thoroughly. It says, this is my conclusion, says the teacher. I discovered this after looking at the matter from every possible angle. Though I have searched repeatedly, I have not found what I was looking for. Only 1 out of 1,000 men is virtuous, but not one woman. He said, so at least 1 out of 1,000 men, he could find one man. 1 out of 1,000, he could find one righteous man, right? It says, Salakia. It says, though I have searched repeatedly, I have not found what I was looking for. Only 1 of 1,000 men is virtuous, but not one woman. So out of 1,000 men, he could find one virtuous. Out of 1,000 men, he could find one that's virtuous. But of 1,000 women, he found none. Of 1,000 women, he couldn't find one righteous woman. So as a man, that shit got to scare you. Hell, you should be more on guard with these women than you are these niggas, the males. These women that get you faster than a man will. They'll deliver you into the hands of another man setting you up. You see the stories. Hell, matter of fact, personal testimony. I played football with a guy. Had a good game in a championship game. And did his thing. Well, to later on take a trip to LA. Was out there partying, got him an Airbnb. Living in wickedness. Got him 2 women. Finna have a threesome. Wickedness, right? At least that's what he thought was finna do. So that's on his mind. That's what he's finna get ready to do, and that's what he's finna get ready to accomplish. But before anything could go down, he done got butt naked They ain't took off an ounce of their clothes, and then men bum rushed the Airbnb where he's living. Take all this stuff and try to rob him, and got him running through the woods butt ass naked through sticky bras. But those women's heart was snares and nets. Good for him, it was the Lord's will for him to escape it, being able to run. But easily he could have been dead. These women's hearts are snares and nets, so we can't stumble at the beauty of these women. It said all wickedness it says all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. So we got to be on beat, paying attention and watching, man. And these women, some of the main things that we got to watch. We can't be destroyed because you can't sit up. We at war. So you can't be destroyed by the countenance of a woman because she was able to trick you off your spot for a piece of ass or because she looked good. We got to be paying attention to the things that we need to be paying attention to and locked into the things that we need to be locked into so we're not destroyed. It says, I'm going to read verse 28 in the KJV again. It says, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, right? It says, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, this only have I found, that the Most High have made man upright, but they sought out many inventions. And that's what you see in women. That's what you see with women. The Lord will give the Lord. A woman might run across a righteous man, but she's seeking after another man. Why? Because he got money, or he got this, or he got that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, and I say that because it say men sought out many inventions. You know what I'm saying? He said he made us upright, but we sought out the evil things. So how much more these women with a godly man? They like wickedness. So that's what they're going to be drawn to. They spirits ain't in conjunction with our spirits. The spirits that's attached to these women hate the spirits that we have because we follow after righteousness. We ain't with wicked shit. So the moment we against all that wicked shit, then she want to come up against you. The moment you condemn those spirits that's on her, she want to come up against you. But the scripture tell you, shit, if she go not the way that I have us go, give her a bill of divorce and let her go. Like I say, Lord willing, I'll do another lesson on this later. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't supposed to give your strength over to these women. So Lord willing, I'll do a video on that later. But we just have to be locked into what we got to be locked into the mission and understand we at war. So we can't be blindsided because a woman look good. We can't be blindsided by the outside things. No man that war entangle himself with the cares and fears of this life. And those are the cares and fears of this life. These wicked and evil bitches. So we got to be locked into what we need to be locked into. So we're not destroyed or consumed by the traps that they set up, because it's just, you got to realize they're attached to Esau. So they setting, just like Esau setting traps for you, these wicked ass women is too. Going from here, I'm going to go grab that account. But this is just to make a point, and I'll close with this. But this is Judah, chapter 13. And that's what inspired this lesson too, reading this. And granted, Judith was a beautiful woman, and a righteous woman at that. You know what I'm saying? So this was, what she did was in righteousness. But we don't live in a society now where this society contains this type of woman. So being that this society doesn't contain this type of woman, man, you got to be on the lookout. King Solomon just told you, he said of 1,000 men he found one virtuous, but of 1,000 women he found none. Now watch this. So you got to know it ain't no women out here like this. Like I said, this, you can go read this account for yourself, but everything Judith did was done in righteousness. But just why you go read the rest of the story for yourself. But just watch this right quick. This is Judith chapter 13. In verse 16, and I'll just get to the point, verse 16. It says, this is what she said. Now, granted, it was done in righteousness, but listen at what she said. It says, as the Lord liveth, who have kept me in my way that I went, my countenance have deceived him to his destruction. Talking about because he was one of King Nebuchadnezzar's chief men in that time, doing for the Assyrians, and he was one of the chief men. You know, the men that handled all his expenses with war, all his things with war, going out and slaying people, right? But you know, he was end up putting down. You know what I'm saying? By Judah. But it says what? As the Lord liveth, who kept me in the way that I went, my countenance hath deceived him to his destruction. So, and we can't let the countenance of these women deceive us to our destruction. Like I said, what Judah did was in righteousness. It says, and yet hath he not committed sin with me to defile me and shame me. Like I said, you can get the rest of the context. You read the story yourself. But that's what that was what got Oliphanes. You know what I'm saying? Because Judah was so beautiful. But the whole time, she praying to the Lord for the Lord to deliver him into the hand of the Israelites. So how much more these wicked ass women, and they're not like Judah, and they live according to the ways of this world, this kingdom. You know what I'm saying? They praying to them left-handed spirits that they be delivering into your hands by the snare and the trap that they setting between their legs. And that's how they trapping men up. Because of their beauty. You thinking you gonna get, even the story, the person, the testimony, he thinking he finna get something. But the whole time they setting them up to rob him. It was the will of the Lord, he made it out of there. So we gotta be locked into what we need to be locked into, understanding we at war right now. And that's what we're going on with Salaki, that was what going on with Oliphanes. They were at war and getting ready to try to make war with the Israelites. But Judah, she decked herself out, man. She walked on down up in there. No, she looked good. And they all marveled at her. But from the moment he laid eyes on her, like I said, go read that account yourself. From the moment he laid eyes on her, it was always in the back of his mind, I'm going to sleep with her. I'm finna sleep with her. I'm going to get me some of that. And guess what? Him thinking he going to get some of that, get so happy because of it, get so drunk. And that's the thing. You got to be careful, especially when we drinking around these women. You know what I'm saying? You make me thinking she drinking with you or not, but she ain't doing nothing. She whole time she playing on her phone, setting a trap for you. And you got to be locked into that. It says, you know what I'm saying? So it was because of her countenance that he fell into her hands. And what? She smote off his head. And that's the thing. The Lord said what? He said these women's heart is snares and nets, and their hands is bands. You know what I'm saying? So they set traps for you in their heart, man. You know what I'm saying? They think about ways to trap you up. They think about ways to see you fall and see you destroyed, or think about and meditate on what destruction looks like for you. You feel what I'm saying? And Judah did this in righteousness. So like I said, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Judah was wicked. No, that was the will of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But how much more in this kingdom where there are no Judahs, there are no daughters of Sarah? We're in a society where out of 1,000 women, you can't find one righteous. How much more these women today in wickedness on the left-hand side, and when that was done in righteousness. So if that was done in righteousness, how much more the mindset of a wicked woman? You know what I'm saying? So we ain't to stumble at the beauty of these women, man. We got to be locked in on our women. Sophia, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Holy Scriptures. Lord willing, this video was edifying. I'm going to end giving all honor, glory, and infinite praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to our apostles and our elders of the great millstone that taught us the truth. Peace and blessings and salutations to the sincere Akim, laboring in this truth, preaching and teaching and believing on the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And peace and blessings and salutations to the men, women, and children that believe on the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Until the next time, I say shalom and abad babal.